Hello, and welcome to another daily rant, even though I can't see myself yet. Hi, welcome to another daily rant. Today, I'm going to tell a fun story. Everybody knows that I tend to ask questions, even when some of my closest friends come to me and say, I need your help with something. Something has happened, there are people involved, and I tend to start asking questions. They go, well, you're supposed to just take my side. I'm like, I don't do that. That's not what a truther does. I want to know what the heck is going on. Then I'll give you my opinion. So I'm going to break it down to its simplest form. I remember, I don't know which grade it was, but I was just a little kid. And I moved around a lot, so don't ask me which teacher it was or anything like that. I don't know. The teacher posed the question, the age-old question of, is the glass of water half full or half empty? Immediately I went like this, like instantaneously. You're gonna love my elbow. I got a nice little bruise there. Teacher says, okay, Eric, is the glass half full or half empty? I said, well, I got questions first. I'm not just going to automatically pick one, okay? And that's the difference between me and a lot of people. And that's what's one of the things that's really wrong with this world. So I want to make this video to explain why I asked questions. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Well, my first question would be, what was the initial state of the glass? Was the glass full of water and now some of that water is missing? Or was that glass empty and now there's some water in it? Not only that, but let's say the glass was full and some of the water was removed. Is there an intention to remove more of the water? Or is there an intention to fill it back up? What's the end result, I guess, is really the question. Was the glass empty and somebody poured some water in there? And then if so, are they going to add more water or are they going to take some of it back out? What is the end goal with this glass? That's really the question. Do you want it to be full? Do you want it to be half full? Or do you want it to be empty? And I don't think people are able to think that far. They see the question and it's a A or a B answer. It's what we call linear thinking. It's either Republican or it's Democrat. It's either Coke or it's Pepsi. It's either up or it's down. It's humanity has been trapped into multiple guess questions. I remember when I was in school, they would give this aptitude test, and what it was were questions, and you'd have A, B, C, D. Multiple guess I called it, because I really wasn't interested. Because I'd read the question, and then I immediately had more questions. Like, in order for me to answer this question accurately, I have to need more information, because these multiple choice things, I don't want to be stuck into a multiple choice. My brain is so much bigger than this. So you know what I'd end up doing? Just A, B, 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 A, B, this is bullshit. Just whatever. I knew my education system that I grew up in was not trying to teach me anything. It was getting me to regurgitate information, which is ironic because now I'm incredibly good at trivia. I know, like, I hear and see things and my brain works in a totally different manner. That I realized that I felt like I wasn't being taught, I wasn't being challenged. And so I failed pretty much every class. I passed three classes in high school. Three. I had like 8 classes a day, and out of my 4 years of high school, I passed 3 classes. It was gym, because how the hell do you fail gym? Art, kind of hard to fail that one. And believe it or not, speech class. Not only did I pass speech class, but I got 104%. I came home with a report card that said FF, B, D minus, A plus. My dad's, how the hell do you fail everything and then you get an A plus in one class? Because it was the one class that I had where I had freedom, where I had the ability to be creative, and it was actually suggested. I mean, I remember they gave us project. She took all these crazy ideas. I mean, they were crazy. They're totally my sense of humor stuff. And you picked out of the hat, and you had to. Like one kid had to do a speech or make a. It was commercials, and then the best part was, the school had. It was like the beginnings of the AV department. We had like a video camera, VH. It was the old VHS kind, the one that took like both hands to hold and move it around. And they were like, you have to make a commercial on this product. And one of them was like a portable parking space. And I got glow-in-the-dark watermelons. How do you sell glow-in-the-dark watermelons? Well, I got an A+ in the class because that's some funny stuff right there. But this is what my rant is today. It's about thinking outside of the box. Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? What is the bigger picture? What is the end result? What is the intent? Think about that when you watch when you turn the idiot tube on and you're watching the bad news. I call it the bad news because there's nothing good ever on there. And a topic happens, or there's an article in a newspaper, or you're reading a magazine, whatever you're doing, or you're getting information. Ask yourself, what's really the bigger picture? What's going on behind this? Is there an agenda? Is there an end goal? Is there an intent of some kind? Somebody somewhere wants to either A, sell you a product, B, get you to believe a specific mind frame. They want to sell you a worldview, or they want to scare you, or they want to enlighten you, or they want to do something. Why am I reading this? Why am I watching this? What is the whole end goal of the entire thing? And if you can do that, then you'll start thinking the way I think. Because I question everything. Everything. Sometimes I go back and listen to the stuff I say and go, I don't know if I believe that or not. I said it, but it's information. And that's what information is for. It's for discerning. It's like sifting sand. You need to get to the root of everything. If there's a problem, you really want to solve it. Like if you got weeds in your yard, you got to get to the roots. If you just mow them, the weeds are going to grow back. And that metaphor works also with ideas and with worldviews, philosophies. We tend to get stuck into this or that. I'm right wing, I'm left wing, I'm a conservative, I'm a liberal, I'm for socialism, I'm for fascism. And I'll tell you what, anytime there's an ism at the end of a word, it's probably not in your best interest. Just throwing that out there. I'm not saying that all isms are bad. Realism is cool. Things are real or they're not real. But on the other hand, you have like racism. That's not good. Doesn't benefit anybody. So beware of anything called an ism, because an ism is a philosophy, a way of thinking, a way of viewing things. And when you subscribe to those isms, what you're doing is you're allowing someone else to think for you. You're getting your information from sources that cater to what you want the world to be like. So you absorb this information. On the other hand, if you want the world to be a certain way, then you need to be that change that you need to see in the world. It's a sad thing to say, but we all don't have the same vision. I personally would like peace and harmony and love. I would like to live in a world where I walk down the street and people make eye contact with me and are happy to see me. Like, hey, how are you? How are you doing today? I want to live in that world. I want to live in a world where marriages work. Where you find that special, amazing, wonderful soulmate that, we all talk about. Some people are lucky they find that. Most people aren't. I would love to live in a world where when you need help with something, people are willing to step up and help you. Without overdoing it. If somebody called me and say, hey, can you help me with a project? Yeah, I'll help you with a project. But if they called me every day and wanted me to start doing stuff for them, no, I'm not going to do it. We need cooperation, but we don't need socialism, and we don't need fascism. I don't need to have my butt wiped for me by the government, and I don't need to have my butt wiped by the government at gunpoint. But that's the direction we're headed. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself for the most part. It's nice to have help once in a while, but there's a difference between a hand up and a hand out. It's the same difference between, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty. So I just want to do this rant so you guys have something to think about today. Maybe exercise your brain a little bit. Comment on this. I love it. I love it when I get comments more than anything. I don't care about the likes and the views, and I mean I do care about the views because it makes me feel like we're communicating, and that's what we need. We need communication, and it's not about. I'm not trying to become popular or anything like that. It's not about the money. As long as the bills are paid and I can live without stressing about money, then I'm cool. I don't need to be rich or famous or any of that stuff. Um, I just want to let you know that I do these rants because I care about you. Because I do want to change the world. And every single day I have the opportunity to, even if only a couple people view this, that's a couple people who are thinking, a couple people who are even possibly taking this idea and pushing it forward, or at least arguing with me. Because if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I love it, man. I love it when I'm wrong. I said something to somebody the other day, and they snapped on me, and I was like, "This is an awesome person. I love this person." You know what I mean? I fell in love that quick. It was like, wow, holy crap, you are awesome, and I wish the rest of the world was like you. Um, but that's the way I like to see things, and maybe your view is different, and we should celebrate our differences instead of arguing over them, uh, as I say in my other videos, you know. So I'm not going to rant much longer. It's already 10 minutes, it's already 11 minutes long. Uh, People tend to have short attention spans, and I guess that's it, man. My rant for the day. I love it. You guys rock. Peace.